first Film Cave. I'm Casey.
And I'm Steve.
We're here to talk about movies. Happy Batman Day.
Happy Batman Day.
Yeah. Like, DC Comics has officially announced that today, July 23rd, is Everything Batman Day. So there are actually several comic book stores giving away free Batman comics. That's kind of cool. And I thought, in the spirit of Comic-Con starting this week, for those of you lucky bastards that get to go, I hate you, but we're stuck here, so...
Definitely need to be there next year, try and do something next year.
Definitely knock a thing off my bucket list. Is there anything particularly that you're really excited for?
For Comic-Con?
Yeah, coming out of Comic-Con, like anything, like...
I think anything Marvel.
Just anything Marvel, so the Avengers.
Into it, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think we know a lot now from the last Entertainment Weekly.
My dog Sundance is down here biting my hand, so she's part of the film cave too.
I think anything that comes out of Marvel is good because it's making time.
It's massive. It's massive.
Right.
What were you saying about like the film dates?
Oh yeah, so Marvel released a bunch of film dates. Guardians of the Galaxy coming out next month, which is the last one this year, and then it'll be Ant-Man and what's the other one?
Avengers.
Avengers 2.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Age of Ultron. Hello.
Right. So those two are coming out next year, and then they released dates for 2016, 17, and then like May 1st of 18.
Wow.
18. So I'm just
got
wondering.
Like plans for years and years and years.
I think they set the dates so that they can plan on trying to just push things out at a certain day. Because I can't remember who was talking about it, but they plan dates, even though obviously I don't think it'll actually be that day. They plan dates so they kind of have a day to kind of work towards, so that they know, they have a date where they can try and make a goal of it.
Yeah, it seems like movies have to plan a date further and further out.
Well, right. They always push it back.
Yeah.
Because of production problems or whatever, but yeah, no, I think they
just lock up those key like summer dates.
Right. The two that are coming out next year, and then the 2/16, like Doctor Strange already has a director, so I'm thinking that's going to be that year.
Do you know who's signed on to do it?
Okay.
Doctor Strange is going to be directed by Scott Derrickson, who did The Exorcism of Emily Rose and I think the Constantine movie.
Okay.
And
with Keanu.
Just came out this summer with the Eric Bana cop versus demonic demon.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of redundant.
Yeah. Okay, cool. No, I haven't seen that one, but
so he's attached to direct Doctor Strange for 2016.
Captain America 3, probably next in 2 years, because he just finished that. And then I know that they want to do a Hulk movie. That'd be awesome.
Hulk movie, nice. Ruffalo's gonna finally have his own movie.
he wants to do it. He even like on Twitter he was talking to them about. He's like, Marvel, I'm ready to do it. If you want me to do it, I'm here to do it. So yeah, that would be really cool to see.
Yeah.
A Hulk movie, and then a Thor movie, and then I don't know. Like,
what do you think? Maybe like a Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch movie, like.
But see, Quicksilver's in X-Men, so I don't know.
Well, he is, but they're not.
It's not the same thing.
Allowed to overlap. It's not the same thing. They have
it's
a completely different story. You can't even mention the same
See, when I read about it, right? But it's the same character.
It's the same character. Yes.
The same.
It's the same.
The same powers and all that kind of stuff too, right? Yeah. No, that's good. I don't know. See, that's the other thing too. Is at least, you have to guess what they're going to do 4 years from now. Yeah. It's like, it could be anything.
Right.
Anything can come up.
And Ant-Man 2.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, it could be a sequel. So it could be as simple as a sequel, or it could be something new. Like, I know they're going to do a Hulk. They've got to do a Hulk sometime in that time. So. Well,
I was disappointed that Edgar Wright dropped out of Ant-Man, but in some other movie news, Edgar Wright officially committed to his next project, which I'm very excited about. I love Edgar Wright. Something called Baby Masher.
Okay. That's all
which apparently is an old script that he wrote for years ago. But I'm super psyched to. I'm sad that he's not doing Ant-Man.
Right.
Really,
but I heard
upset.
that they're going to do some they're going to take some of his ideas though.
Oh, sure. So finally, we'll get a new Edgar Wright movie. It's not going to be Ant-Man, but Baby Masher was something we'll...
Do you know anything about it?
I don't. It's going to be some sort of a genre blending, you know, kind of, you know, but Hot Fuzz, and all of his movies are amazing, so I'm very excited about that.
That's good.
Yeah. Let's see, another movie news. Another favorite director of mine, Paul Thomas Anderson. It was just announced that the world premiere of his new movie, Inherent Vice, is going to premiere at the New York Film Festival.
Okay. What's the last thing he did?
He did The Master.
Oh,
so he's reteaming with Joaquin Phoenix in Inherent Vice. And it's based on this acclaimed novel from a guy named Thomas Pynchon. And it's set in like the late 60s, like psychedelic LA. And Joaquin Phoenix is going to play a detective named Doc Sportello. And he's going to get involved in all kinds of cool stuff. And it's going to debut at the film festival in New York on October 4th. And then slowly roll out before Christmas in New York and LA. And we'll get it here in Salt Lake the early January, probably middle of January. So, but I mean, it has an amazing cast. Joaquin Phoenix again, is back with P.T. Anderson, which is, I mean, they're both amazing. Yeah. Did you see The Master?
I did.
You did not like it?
No.
Yeah, you and my wife.
It was so.
I hate that movie.
It was just slow.
It's so good.
And, no. I get it. I get the movie. It's just not. It wasn't just. I just couldn't get into it. Like I was trying to, and I was like watching it, and I don't know. Like it just wasn't my kind of movie.
Yeah.
But I get it.
Yeah.
It was.
Oh, it was.
The
realm.
Of it. But yeah, it was good.
But I mean, back to Inherent Vice.
Yeah.
Reese Witherspoon, Josh Brolin, Owen Wilson, Benicio del Toro. So it's a huge cast.
Yeah, that's good.
And anything that P.T. Anderson touches, I'm there. First in line.
Yeah, for sure.
What else have we got movie news wise? Oh, okay. I got a pop quiz for you, Hotshot. Okay. Can you name the screenplay? A little speed quote for you. Can you name the screenplay that topped the Blacklist a few years ago and was scooped up by the Weinstein Company for a cool $7 million?
I'm sure I've seen it,
probably,
but I have no idea.
So it was called The Imitation Game.
Okay. And
they just debuted a new trailer, which looks great. But anyways, The Imitation Game. It's about a British genius named Alan Turing. He was a mathematician and a computer scientist, and he helped crack Nazi Germany's Enigma code to help the Allies win World War II. He created this like whole code-breaking machine or something like that.
Formula.
And then he was criminally persecuted for being homosexual. Okay. So this is this true story. Yeah. Anyways, the trailer's debuted. It looks amazing. Benedict Cumberbatch, who's always incredible. He is playing Alan Turing, and it just looks like it has a ton of award potential. Yeah.
It was bought 2 years ago.
Well, the screenplay was in this huge bidding war, and Weinstein's bought it actually earlier this year.
Oh, okay.
I think
maybe
last year, and DiCaprio was set to. He was really interested in playing him, but he moved on to other things or whatnot. And for those of you at home that don't know what the Blacklist is, it's a list of the best unproduced screenplays circulating around Hollywood. So they haven't been made yet, but the screenplays are really well written and good, just really, really good about all kinds of different. But $7 million for a screenplay, that's the highest that. That's going to be premiering at Toronto in September, and then it rolls out, I think, in the States like mid-November. Sweet. So a lot of cool stuff to look forward to, at least from with The Imitation Game from P.T. Anderson, for award stuff. Moving on to, we got some new movies coming out in Salt Lake area theaters this weekend. What's coming out this Friday?
We got the two big ones, Hercules and Lucy, and then the two. I don't know that they're not mainstream. They're just not as well
Yeah, just more the independent
right
type stuff.
Was Wish I Was Here and the Most Wanted or A Most Wanted Man.
Almost wanted man.
So the two Lucy's coming out, and I think that's good. I think
Lucy looks fun. I love Scarlett Johansson.
Mm-hmm.
She's very good looking and can kick ass too, and I love that. I think she always plays a strong female character, which is great.
No, I think it looks like a fun movie. I don't know that there's because I mean like the brain and the using only 10%, and she can use 80% or something. I think her head's just gonna explode. But
that would be way too short of a movie.
I think it's gonna be good. Like it's gonna be fun to watch. I don't think it'll be over the top. I think it'll be fun to watch.
Oh, it's gonna be over the top completely.
Well, I think it won't be like funny over the top, like comical. Like this is like a little like this is pretty.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it'll go along with the whole thing of the film.
I mean, written and directed by Luc Besson. He's done some really good. Leon is one of my favorite movies. It's so amazing, and of course the Fifth Element with Bruce Willis.
Yeah, no, I would go see.
He's got some good stuff
because of him.
Yeah,
I think that would work out best.
Yeah, and then Hercules.
I'm excited because I like The Rock.
No, okay, I love the fact that Dwayne Johnson is in this movie. That's the only thing going for it, in my opinion.
Okay.
But Brett Ratner is the director.
I don't like him. That's the thing.
And it's like he and Michael Bay, I've completely lost all faith in. Like, I always have high expectations and go into it like, okay, yeah, it could be pretty good. And I'm always disappointed.
Yeah.
Like, Brett Ratner is not a favorite, so I'm a little skeptical due to that. But I love that is a passion project for Dwayne.
Right.
And, I'm excited to see it for him, but I don't have high hopes at all. Like,
I think it's better than that other Hercules movie that they released, like, a few months ago, that they tried to, like, make it...
didn't even...
Exactly. Because, I don't like Brett Ratner as a director. Okay, Michael Bay, that's different. He does different stuff. But Brett Ratner it's just like...
I mean,
you can tell what's going to happen.
Franchise.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know what's going to happen in his movies. I think he just... Whatever the studio wants, he does that. Like, he doesn't do his own thing. I'm going to follow the whatever they want me to do kind of thing. So it's not really going to be anything that's worth it, I think. The only thing that's worth it is The Rock, and I think he was posting all this stuff talking about what he went through, all like the training he went through, all like the...
Oh, he's a beast. I mean, yeah.
So he's like the
works
perfect...
hard. I like him a lot as an actor.
He's like the perfect... I think he's like, one of the perfect people to play that kind of role. And so I'm excited because of that, but at the same time I'm not down with Brett Ratner. So it's like I don't I want to see it for him, but I'm afraid of just being so disappointed in that type of movie. Right.
Well, I mean, there's never really been a good Hercules movie. Right. So even though it is in IMAX theaters and
I don't know. I think it'll be I don't know. I think if you want to go see it, you're gonna go see it, and if you don't, then you don't.
Right.
I don't think it's gonna be anything big in the box office.
Well, it's gonna definitely bounce back up with Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, that's just gonna be huge. Right. And it looks just amazing. Looks so much fun. And we'll talk about that more in the coming weeks.
Before it comes out.
Oh yeah. So then some of the smaller ones. The Most Wanted Man. I'm really. I didn't get a chance to see it at this past year's Sundance. Right. But it's Philip Seymour Hoffman's last leading role, and I'm sad. I'm really excited to see it though. It looks incredible. Yeah. The espionage.
I've seen the trailers. It looks good.
Yeah.
I think it looks good enough to go see just because of that.
Good
I think
cast. Philip Seymour Hoffman is an actor that we will never probably see the likes of again.
Right. So I think that in itself is worth it to go see because I can't imagine not seeing someone like that's last movie.
Right.
Because of
and he'll be in the Hunger Games out later this year. And
but no, I mean
this is like the last leading role.
And he has.
Yeah. So I'm really excited about that. And then and then Wish I Was Here. Got a little bit of that was at Sundance. It was kind of a last minute addition. But had some controversy behind it.
It's got good reviews though, right?
It's gotten decent reviews.
Okay.
But with Zach Braff
Right.
raising money from Kickstarter.
Oh, right, that's right.
And there was a lot of
there
was a lot of controversy behind.
Why do you need all these? Why do you need other people's money?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I loved Garden State. I know there are some fans
They don't get it.
Think either you love it or hate it.
Mm-hmm.
I love his visual style. I guess kind of like a little bit Wes Anderson.
Because he focuses a lot on the music. Like the music has a huge part of it,
which is the music as well. I mean, of course, he's not quite Wes Anderson.
Not at all.
Not at all. But I'm excited to see it, and I think he does. I think it'd
make pretty. It's good to see.
Yeah, pretty good stuff. I mean, and I don't know. I mean, I think anybody should be able to go on Kickstarter, and I mean, Spike Lee.
Well, yeah.
Did, and,
that's what it's for anybody.
For funding, for the fans to be able to donate money. That's huge.
People donated for it to make it. So
absolutely.
So what?
They donated more money.
Who's to say that you can't do it? People are going to give him money. If he didn't raise any money, then there's something to be said about it. But
obviously he has enough fans
following, who want to see him do something.
State to see him do something else, and
they want to see him do something. If they have to pay a little for it.
Definitely think he's got.
And it's not like they're not getting anything out of it too. I think if you donate something, you'll get something. That's kind of the point of it too.
Right.
So I think, yeah.
Do new Blu-rays out? What, yesterday? New Blu-rays for the week that came out yesterday. We'll have this posted tomorrow. So
it'll be Batman Day yesterday.
Batman Day yesterday.
Also Blu-ray. Let's just say it came out on Tuesday.
Yeah,
came out this week.
This week on Tuesday. The bigger titles were Transcendence and Sabotage. I didn't see either.
We failed this week.
Yeah, we did. We failed horribly.
But what I can say, Transcendence looks good in the fact that it's by
from Wally.
DP from
Wally Pfister.
I think that's that in itself is exciting to see, right?
I think visually, I've heard it's gonna be pretty cool. Yeah, visually, it looks
because of what he's done.
I mean, it looks good.
Right.
I've heard that Johnny Depp as more of a regular human character is not so good. Yeah, not crazy like Jack Sparrow.
I think he does character acting better than just acting.
I'd love to see him do just another small, dramatic like Ed Wood or even like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Just kind of
that window movie. What's it called?
Oh, Secret Window.
Secret Window. I thought that was good. I like that. He was kind of like
the Stephen King.
Yeah,
right.
But it was good though.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah. Anyways, so Transcendence. Neither of us have seen that yet. We'll get on that. And then Sabotage was the big one that Arnold was in.
I saw that other one he did when he was a cop. Last Stand, is that what it's called? And he was like a sheriff. He was like a border sheriff.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Last Stand. I thought it was super fun.
All right, so I think it's the same thing. It's like a revenge kind of like.
Yeah, whereas
obviously his self-sabotage, but
elite team of crime fighters, SWAT, what are DEA commandos?
Sure.
They get.
I think it's DEA because they talk about
they start getting picked off one by one or something like that.
They get somebody on their team or somebody setting them up, and so they team up again. And exactly.
Oh boy.
I think it's gonna be a lot of action, lots of.
Oh, it's gonna be a gory.
But I think all of his movies have like that revenge, like you want him to win, no matter what he has to do, because he's fighting the bad guys. You know what I mean? So like you feel for him and you want him to win, and you like there's lots of explosions and fighting and gun shootouts and da. So yeah, no, I think it's good. I think it'll be a fun movie to watch or rent or whatever. So yeah, I think you should rent it and then buy it. That's what I think. Rent it, if you like it, then you can buy it.
Right.
I don't think it's worth a buy right off the bat.
No. No, definitely not.
Right.
Then some smaller titles that also came out this week. Blue Ruin, which I saw at Sundance this year, and I have to say it's been one of my favorite movies all year. It was intense, funny, darkly funny, but it's about this guy who is living in his car. He hears some pretty devastating news where the killers of his parents, the killer of his parents is getting released from jail, and it's this whole kind of crazy, like getting into amateur assassination, basically.
Okay.
And he goes about trying.
Yeah.
It was a great, fun movie. I mean, I came out of the theater and I was just super tense. Really, really good stuff.
Sweet.
And then, Dom Hemingway was another kind of smaller title. Of course, I haven't seen that one either. Mm-hmm. But Jude Law is in it, playing like totally against type, where he's just kind of this like cursing, kind of fatter, like balding guy who, I don't know, goes around London causing havoc.
Right.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Worth the mention, though?
Yeah, definitely. I think worth the mention. It was definitely one of the titles that I recognized,
mm-hmm.
you know, from the list.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then some other movies that aren't necessarily new, but are just debuting on Blu-ray this week. We've got Donnie Brasco, directed by Mike Newell, who did one of the Harry Potter movies.
Yeah.
And
when did that come out? 70s,
it was
80?
No, it was in the 90s. It was set.
I felt
in the 70s.
I felt like it.
Yeah,
it's
Donnie and Johnny Depp, and of course the great Al Pacino.
Yep.
Kind of an undercover gangster one.
Mm-hmm.
Flatliners, that was an 80s one.
Like a computer.
Directed by Joel Schumacher. It was
Before he went to director jail. With Batman.
Yes. Neon director jail.
Yeah.
No, it was a group of medical students who, like, kill themselves, basically. They flatline to like experience death, and then like the team like brings them back one at a time or whatnot. Okay. Like Kiefer Sutherland and Julia Roberts, I believe, was in it. But yeah, it's kind of a fun, old school, like semi-scary. And then the original Insomnia, which is coming out on a Criterion edition. That is the Norwegian version. That Stellan Skarsgård starred in. So the Christopher Nolan's version with Al Pacino and Robin Williams is a remake of.
Right. No, it was original. A remake. I just didn't know what the original was.
So that's having its Criterion Blu-ray debut, and then Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance has a special edition Blu-ray. It's the first part of this, I guess, trilogy from Park Chan-wook, who did Old Boy. Right. Yeah, and then there's I think Sympathy for Lady Vengeance, or just Lady Vengeance. I get them mixed up.
Was there a lady in it?
Yes, there's a lady in it. But just like really, really brutal, violent, and
just that genre.
Just that whole genre. Yeah, but pretty interesting stuff.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Great. Well, I think that's about it.
I think wraps the first
as the first episode. I think if anybody who watches it wants to comment in the comments below on the YouTube and like it as well. I think it's out here. If the like is below it, and
they're gone.
They clicked dislike already.
Yeah, they've clicked dislike.
So and then stay tuned. We'll be out we're trying to be out every Thursday as much as possible, and we'll have our Twitter and Facebook and all that up by the time this comes out, or in the following days. And yeah. That's it.
Awesome.